Why? Da, da, da.
The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
Hi, welcome to Sexually Educated. I'm your host, Amber Rose Bentley.
And my name is E-Luxury.
E-Luxury, because you have the luxury of being E. I don't know. Anyways, not the point. So tonight we're talking about why exes come back and what to do when an ex comes back and, you know, all that fun stuff to have to deal with exes, because we talked about sex with your ex and now it's kind of like the relationship of exes on that point. Because sex with your ex is just, I don't know. Could be bad news. Who knows? I'm not you. Anyways, so we're going to start with our usual. Oh, by the way, this is my. Oh, we already introduced ourselves. Cher should be tuning in later. I'm not even the one on drugs. Not today, anyway. Anyways, there's no wine, clearly, because I don't want the producer to come in here and bitch slap me for almost spilling it on equipment when she tells me 10 times not to.
You need a sippy cup.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to have a little kid sippy cup next time. Anyway, so sex in the news. A man was jailed for 6 months over loud sex noises.
What?
Yeah. 12 neighbors complained about the Italian man's romps with his girlfriend. There's a noisy romp between the sheets, and there's sex so loud it's considered stalking your neighbors.
Wow.
That was the charge an Italian man apparently faced in court after a dozen of his neighbors filed a civil suit complaining of his loud lovemaking sessions. They took issue with screams and moans that disturbed the peace in condominiums and the building's decorum. The local reports, like this from the New York Daily News, indicate it was actually his girlfriend's screams that those in the building found so offensive. The 42-year-old reportedly tried to convince the judge that stalking and noise weren't the same thing, and apparently claimed that he can't help that he's too good at sex. Such a guy thing to say, by the way. I'm just too good. But for all his noisy protestations, he ended up with a 6-month jail sentence, which he plans to appeal. Believe it or not, this isn't the first time noisy sex has resulted in a conviction, nor is it the only unusual sexual-related case to be heard in Italian courts recently.
What kind of man was he?
A 42-year-old Italian man.
Italian.
Okay, so my thinking on this is, first of all, if we're going to get arrested for loud sex, I'm screwed.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And the girl, how did the guy get arrested but the girl didn't? Because he lived there?
Probably, yeah.
Because she's the one screaming. He was just clearly giving it to her. He makes a good point.
Well, you got to control your woman.
Oh, ouch. We can't even talk about that right now. I mean,
Control that female.
No, just put a pillow.
If you wanna be loud and, you know, let everyone know, get your own property.
Or put a pillow over her head. I mean, that's a civil thing to do, is put a... sometimes I'm pretty loud. I don't think I'm disturbing 12 neighbors, though.
I mean, I know when I'm a little too loud and my face goes down in that pillow.
Yeah, you're like, just put it over my face.
Yeah.
Just put it over my face. Hey! Special guest. Woo! Oh, wow, this is getting freaky. Yeah, this is what happens when your exes come back to you. Thank you for that. He's allowed to pretty much do whatever he wants because he owns us. So anyways, but yeah, so that was nice. But yeah, no, I definitely think that, I don't know, I'm super loud. I know for a fact I had a friend that she said the cops got called on her one time because her and her boyfriend were having really kinky, loud sex, and the cops got called because they thought it was a domestic violence case.
I've heard that, but I've had a friend go through the same situation. She said her window was open and the neighbors got concerned. They thought that she was getting beat.
I mean, she was. Oh! Yeah, no. But seriously, I just like, wow, man, I just can't imagine that. Like, hey, by the way, your sex is too... Like, if I had to go to jail for that, I'd be like, what are you in for? Oh, I banged my girl too good.
You know, I would fight against that and say you're not respecting my culture.
It's a new culture. It sounds ridiculous to me. Oh, by the way, here's my awesome pants if you wanted to see them.
Awesome. They were pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome.
I thought they were pretty sick.
Okay, anyways, besides that, I just had to show you those because I didn't get made out with on top of a table. I mean, it's only my show, but who cares? We'll just do the special guest. Anyways, Erica has been on here before with us. The conversation that day was squirting.
Oh, is that wasn't the topic though. The topic was masturbation.
Oh, we just got
around to.
Oh, that's all I remembered from the whole conversation. That was like a year ago.
That was over a year ago.
Over a year ago. Yeah. That's how long we've been doing this, kids. Congratulations to us.
Oh, today's season 2?
Yeah, but that doesn't count because it's been like if we do seasons, I don't know how long a season lasts, but we've been for a year and 2 months now,
and that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment.
I mean, yeah,
congratulations.
I guess if you keep sleeping with the owner, I'll be fine for another year and a half.
I've never slept with the owner, nor have any desire to.
That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. He could probably hear you.
Oops.
Yeah, you just made out with him on my table.
We didn't make out. He tried to shove his penis in my mouth.
Oh, is that what happened? He tried?
Yeah.
I saw a penis in mouth. I'm just saying. Anyways, so back to this. Yeah, anyways, I think it's bullcrap. I don't think you should be able to arrest someone for having sex to... I mean, you could give them like a complaint. Fine them $500 and say, hey, keep it down.
Noise complaint.
No, noise complaint. Yeah. But you'd find someone for a noise complaint. But to like that... What?
Yeah, he's in the privacy of his own home.
Yeah, he's just banging the shit out of his girl.
Give him a warning. Knock, knock.
Excuse me.
It's too much knocking.
Hey, excuse me. When this bed's a knocking, can you keep it down?
Don't come knocking.
Don't come knocking. Just keep it down.
Just keep it down.
Just keep it down.
Yeah. And, maybe by the third time, then...
Then, move up the charge. Why are you mad? I get it. There's kids around. Whatever. Just find them.
You mad,
but
bro?
6 months? You mad you don't give it to your girlfriend like that, Judge?
You jelly?
You jelly? Anyways, so now into the interesting topic.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun. When exes come back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyways, so we all have this happen. I always bring things into life that have happened to me or people I know recently.
I think that's great.
Yeah, it keeps things relevant, you know. It's why
keeps it true.
True that.
100.
Yeah. Much love.
Rest in peace, Tupac.
Yeah, we're pretty awesome over here. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I recently had I don't know what you'd call him. I was talking to him. We weren't like. I guess we were dating to an extent. He came from Oklahoma. He visited me, football player, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. We had a rendezvous, and we still talked after he left, but I haven't seen him in 2 years. It just ended, not good, bad timing, blah, blah, blah. He called me probably about 4 months ago, and it's like, if I come to Tampa, blah, blah. I was single then, so I was like, oh, you come to Tampa, we can hang out. It'll be fine, whatever. Then he's like, okay, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, we could be friends, but, you have a kid and you have a lot of drama surrounding you.
Yeah.
So I'm not really trying to get involved in that.
Yeah.
And, and he kind of, I don't ever take steps back. So I feel like he was taking a step back because I was like, listen, it didn't work out. He's like, it's my fault. I didn't want to hurt you, but I wasn't in a place and da-da-da. And I was like, that's fine. But, I just don't feel like we'd ever have anything again. I don't believe I'd believe what you said.
Right.
And he's like, let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Okay, well, I'll let you prove it to me. I gave him a day, and it was just not. It was just there. Yeah, at that point, exactly. And I was just like, I'm not into it anymore. You're not my type. And it's been 2 years. So he texts me yesterday and says, hey, I'll be in Florida Sunday.
What? You gonna hang out? You gonna hang out?
I was planning on it, but I'm kind of talking to someone now, and the problem with that is not that I do care, but not that it's that big of a deal because I could still go to lunch with a friend. I consider him only a friend.
There you go. Yeah.
But I like to establish because guys think that they can have sex with anything, anytime.
Exactly.
True.
True.
I like to establish boundaries before I go anywhere. So I said, we can go. You can take me to dinner. You kind of owe me that anyway. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
But nothing's gonna happen. This is where this stops. Nothing sexual. Whatever, Amber. I'm like, what? what? Like, what? And he was just like, I don't know. I'm going to be pretty busy, so if I can find the time. I'm just like...
But you're the one who hit me up.
Yeah, you had an hour-long conversation with me for 4 months ago telling me how you want to fly to Florida, how you want to see me, how you want to fly me to see you. Like, what?
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm just like, oh, over it. I'm just like, okay, I don't even care. I was like, okay, if I don't see you, I don't see you. It's been 2 years. Like, I would have liked to see you, but...
Right, people change.
Yeah, I'm over it. So, but I hate that. Like, exes, they always come back. The last, like, serious ex I have, every time I feel like I started to get over him, I'd get a text. Like, I think the last time it happened, I hadn't even, like, thought about him for, like, a month and a half, 2 months, and he sent me a text asking me if I still had a picture of his penis in my phone. I was like, why? Like, this, and then I was like, yeah, it's not a good one. Why?
Time
like,
for a new one.
Yeah.
You know, I think the why is guys like that reassurance, that knowing of, you know, just because I can have this girl, there's always still another girl out there. It just keeps the mind going.
I have some reasons, actually.
All right, do tell.
Why exes might come back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. That's funny, because that's the... Okay, anyways. He misses you.
Okay. Yeah, I miss you, too.
Something good, you know, you don't know what you have till it's gone. Yeah. Something good till it's gone.
I've had that.
Yeah, I mean, I have too. But the one thing is, I remember, and I'm guilty of this as well, you look so much more handsome. No, not like that, without your beard. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you look... Nice.
Yeah, so much better without your beard. I mean, yeah, you're cute.
Oh,
no, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good.
This show's rated G.
So anyway, so back to this. So he, when I wish you guys could see what we see. Oh golly. Anyways. There's abusive sex going on behind the cameras.
That's what you do when a bitch don't listen.
Oh, you punch her. That is not, do not do that. I do not promote that. That's not okay. Anyways, so yeah, no, when me and my ex broke up, blah, 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 he started to talk to someone else. Mm-hmm. And I saw it and I got so mad. I didn't want him. I left him, but I like snuck back in his life and then I got screwed over in the end. But it served me right. It served me right for trying to get back into his life. Yeah. Because I really only wanted him because someone else had him. Like, I was over him. I was over him for like 2 years before we broke up.
Sounds like you were bored.
But that is also on my list. Okay, anyways, next. Why exes come back. Because they always seem to come back when you're happy.
Yeah, of course, right?
They don't come back when you're like, I miss you so much. No, it's not.
They come back when you moved on. That's
on my list as well. Gosh, she's so good.
These are true. This is what happens.
The next one. He knows you'll take him back.
He thinks he knows.
Okay.
But
when he wants things to work, we tell ourselves it'll be different this time.
You know, if you're going to talk about difference in that case, you have to show me what has changed about you. You know?
But, and then it says, old habits will return after the new bliss, which always happens. If you ever go back to an ex and then you're back there for a little bit, like there's a guy I used to talk to, I've tried like many times going back to him.
Yeah.
And, every time, like, we'll be hanging out, and it'll be right away. He'll be like, oh, blah, 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 you know. I'll be like, oh, okay, you seem cool. You seem like you're not psychotic anymore. Yeah. You know, he's a good person in general, just psycho. So I'm like, okay, so we'll hang out, and then he'll say something. I'm just like, yep, that's why I left you. Yep.
You know, I think the biggest thing with having ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends in general, an ex in general, is that you should learn from that person.
Exactly.
You know, that's the biggest thing of an ex. If you're going to allow that person to come back into your life, then what are you going to show them that you've changed from the time that you've dated together?
And what you've learned.
Yeah, and what has he learned too? You know, how is he different? And when you talk about bringing up old habits return, well, if he hasn't changed those old habits that you know you didn't like in the relationship or really stuck with you, bothers you, then you still should realize and recognize that's not what's going to move forward. It's not going to work out that way.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're wise.
I like hearing that a lot.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, when that happens on my show, I'm like, did I just get wet? From you're right? That's crazy.
I need a towel. Excuse me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, the next one. They're bored.
Yeah. I think we all do it, guys and girls.
Who can I hit up? Yeah. And I mean, this does not just go for ex-boyfriends, girlfriends either. Lovers, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lovers, like your ex-lovers, like, you know, they come back into your bed. They're like, oh, I know she's not getting laid anywhere else. Let me hit him up. Or, oh, I know she'll have sex with me. He misses whatever. They're bored. When I'm bored, I hit up people that I want it for things that I want it. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with you, but I'm bored. So let's talk dirty for a minute.
Right, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. But
as long as everyone knows what the situation is.
Exactly. As long as you are headstrong, you know where you want, what you want, and where you're going, and that person has that understanding too.
Exactly. Okay, so don't let familiarity cause you to make a hasty decision.
True. Yep. If you just stay comfortable and familiar, you're not challenging yourself.
Exactly.
And you're not challenging the relationship.
There's no one around.
Then you're lonely. And if you can't accept being lonely, then you got some things to work on.
Wow, you're just like rebuttaling everything, huh? So filling in gaps until someone new comes along. Have you ever seen anyone in the... I've seen girls do this all the time. They're like, oh, he wants to be back with me. And then when they start talking again and everything... It's exactly what it was before, and then he starts dating someone new. They're like, wait, I thought we were together. It's like, no, you weren't. Yeah. You were just buying. He was buying time, definitely.
I think a lot of people have lost the thought of having a strong relationship. I think a lot of people go into quickly to do these relationships and don't take them so seriously. I think maybe our generation or maybe our culture here, it's really different versus what I've seen in other places. So the way that we approach dating is... there's no problem with dating multiple people at one time.
Yeah.
But in certain places, some people take dating to a whole other level. Like if we're going on a first date, that means you want to really date me.
Yeah.
You don't want to hook up. You want to seriously
If
date.
you take me on a date.
Yeah.
Or you just like to pay for sex. I mean, that's what a date is essentially anyway.
But some girls, they don't want to give it in right away. And not until you fully make that commitment.
Power to you women. Power to you women. I'm not so strong. Anyways, it was nice to see you, Chris. I was wondering if I was going to see you tonight.
Wait, who's Chris?
He's the guy that was just doing the vagina eating thing outside the window.
Oh, I missed that.
You did. Oh, hey, baby. I missed you. Yeah, see? Yeah, they're good. They're good for a dirty time. I wish that the cameras could turn around and just see you while you're doing this. It's horrible. Yeah.
Is he munching away?
That's him eating vagina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's very good at it, as you can tell from the way he does it.
He kind of looks like a beaver chewing on the wood, gnawing on it.
I mean, that's a good... I would think so. Yeah. She really likes that porn sound you made me for the beginning of my show.
Excellent.
Yeah, my porn music, the pizza delivery music. Yeah, bound chicken.
Did somebody order a large sausage?
Large sausage and pepperoni.
Oh,
hey!
There's someone else.
Yeah, that's Gary.
Hey, Gary.
These are my friends.
Hi, friends.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary's a really good dancer.
I like to dance.
He likes the party.
Do you like DDR?
Dance Revolution? Probably. Look at him. Anyways, that's me. That's not nice. Anyway, so... The next one, you've moved on.
These are the good ones.
Yeah, I told you this is. I was like, oh my gosh, you've moved on, so they want to come back in your life. When you've washed your hands of them, wanting what they can't, they want what they can't have.
And I can say, I think personally, that's nothing more than that feeling that, like you're on top.
Yeah.
When you were down and out crying because you broke up with me, whatever the case is, you're just heartbroken. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he comes back and you've moved on, and you're like. Deuces. But then, oh man, the worst is when they know you've moved on and then they try hey.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. You're like, hey, I'm seeing someone. So they write you.
Exactly.
So you want to hang out tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I told you I was seeing someone. We could just hang out.
Yeah.
I have a guy that I used to hook up with, and he's a pro athlete, so he thinks he's entitled to anything anyway. Oh, okay. And I literally will tell him sometimes, I'll be like, he's got pizza.
But there's no sausage.
Yeah.
Or is there?
Anyways, but he, when we talked or whatever, he, I'd be like, oh, I'm talking to someone right now, or I'm not in the mood, or, something. He'd be like, you could just come over and we could just cuddle. You could just come over and we could just talk. You could just, and this is 2 a.m, and I'd be like, no. And he'd be like, fine then, dude, and throw a tantrum. So, and that entitled attitude. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'd go over there, and literally he'd be like, he would touch me and be like, we're just cuddling. I was like, if you touch me, I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want it? Yeah. And then, he would literally just jerk off in the bed next to me, and I was just like, all right, I told you I wasn't touching you. I'm good.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, you told him already.
I told him already.
Yeah.
You want to play. Listen, if you want to play coy with me, if you want to play dumb with me, I'll go over. But you're gonna look like an idiot at the end of the night. I'm be like, oh wait, I said I wasn't having sex with you. I said I wasn't touching you. That's what's not happening.
Exactly.
The next one. Whoa. So another reason they come back, they want to show that they've changed and are better people.
Okay.
That is the best one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love that one. I love that answer because let me see what you got.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily that they have changed. They just want, like, even if like they're dating someone new, they want to change and show you that they're a better person. Like, oh, by the way, we were bad. When we were together, we were shitty.
Yeah.
I was a bad person when I was with you. You brought up the worst of me.
Yeah.
But now I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good without you.
I'm good. Oh, my new girlfriend? Yeah, we're perfect together. We're perfect. So it's not even like they want to come, they just want to rub it in your face. Like, oh, guess what I have now? Look how awesome I am now. And you're like, please go kill yourself.
Yeah, I think that's immature. That's childish and dumb.
It's very selfish as well.
And it's like, this is why we're not together.
Exactly. Excuse me, if you can't give blowjobs, you're not even a part of my blowjob contest. You're
having a blowjob contest?
Yeah, he's the number one contestant.
Wow.
You're giving all the blowjobs, not receiving.
Wow.
You just showed me that you want to give blowjobs. I'm not, no.
Do you practice on bananas or just whatever you can put in your mouth?
He's dying right now. He's dying. He misses being on my show. Microphones. That's what he practices with. That's why our microphones are so big.
Wow.
And that's why I don't put my mouth too close to them because I know where they've been.
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
I like your style.
You should see what he does with them when we're not here.
Oh.
He's turning over against the wall and it's just a bad time.
Oh,
anyways, the next one. They want to see if you've changed and are a better person.
That's great.
Okay, so my ex, like serious ex, last, like when we started, like he called me to like come back into my life and he was just like, I feel like you've changed. And this we haven't been talking for like 3 months at this point. He's like, I feel like you've changed. I feel like you, like all those issues we had, you really worked out.
Yeah.
Our issues were that he was unloving.
Yeah.
So anyways, so he's just like, so I can't concentrate on my damn show when you can't make me laugh the whole time. You know what, Chris? Why don't you go get sexually educated somewhere? Anyways, but so yeah, he came back into my life or whatever. And he was like, oh, well, I feel like you've changed. I feel like you've changed. And I'm like, oh, you know, this is just how I am. Like, because I was getting over him and everything like that. And I was like, you know, whatever. And then he, all of a sudden, when he got sick of it again, he'd be like, oh, you're the same person. You're the same person. It's like, bitch, you came back to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes they want to see if you really are better or if they were right for leaving.
You know, I went through a serious relationship, 4 years living together, you know, pretty intense relationship. And when he broke up with me, he told me that, Erica, we can't change together. It's clear that the changes that we need to make, we're not making it together, and we need to be apart because I'm not happy. And if I'm not happy, how can I make you happy? And he's like, you need to go make changes better for yourself. And at the time, I just didn't understand, you know? What do you mean? We're supposed to be making these changes together. This is it. You know, I just graduated university. You can go to school now. Like, this is a picture that I thought we built together.
You're so foreign for saying university like that. Anyways, continue.
And so, you know, when he broke up with me, I just wasn't getting it. And then one day it hit me. It hit me that I was making these changes and I was becoming the amazing, beautiful woman I am today.
Holla to my amazing, beautiful friend. Holla.
And when he came back to me and, you know, all these things you've mentioned, you know, I get this message about how much he misses me. I'm the one who showed him what true love was. I mean, he ended up getting married and has a daughter, and now he's going through a divorce. And you're coming back to me. He goes, you know, you even make me happy when we live in 2 different places. He's like, I looked at all the old cards, all the stuff you made me, wrote me. He's like, it still puts a smile on my face. And I go, I'm glad I can make you happy from a distance. But, you know, I don't see anything different in him that really catches my attention as to why.
And well, as I said with like when I started with the guy from 2 years ago, what I wanted 2 years ago, what I wanted 4 years ago, what I wanted 6 years ago is not necessarily what I wanted 2 months ago.
It's not even the same.
It's not what I want now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you grow as a person. I think the more people, the more you date, and the more you see what else is out there,
Agreed.
and the more you observe other people, you're constantly looking at this, going, okay, well, this isn't for me. This is for me.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how many douchebags I've dated.
Yeah.
To realize that, oh my gosh, if a guy is good to you,
exactly.
Look, don't we? Because at first, you know, every girl we're like, oh, he's nice to me, he's too nice. I'm the same way. I thought the same way. And then you start to realize, like, you know what? Being treated like shit all the time is not the best thing in the world.
I mean, when you learn that you are, like, I hate to put this, but trophy material, like, you're top dollar, you deserve nothing but the best. You
Exactly.
know? You want to be with people who want to be with you. And if you don't want to be with me, why am I going to try? I've tried, and you've shown me that you don't want me in your life when I want you there.
Exactly. My favorite thing is I used to have a friend. Oh, we have a caller. Caller.
Holla.
Holla for your caller.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Is this sexually educated?
Oh, my gosh. You have to find a way to be on my show, don't you?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Anyways, like I don't know your voice. Anyways, intrigue me, Chris. What do you have to talk about?
Oh, I have many things to talk about.
Are you gonna tell the audience how you were just pretending to give a blowjob on the other side of the wall?
That was Gary.
No, Gary would never.
Oh, come on.
Anyways, continue, Chris. What would you like to talk about? Exes?
Oh, don't get me started on exes.
Oh, well, that's what this topic is.
Let's hear
so
about
let's
it.
get you started.
So what's the specific topic on exes?
Why they come back? What happens when they come back? What should we do when they come back?
Well, it really just depends on who did the breaking up.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Let's say you broke up.
Yeah,
and the
you broke
girl's
up with
coming
her.
back to you.
And, well, if I did the breaking up and she comes back to me, I mean, short of a burning bush telling me to take her back, I'm probably not going to.
All right, vice versa.
Question though, if you this is just because you're a guy and you're on the line and whatever. So say you and a girl ended and it was like I think mutual decision or yours, and she hits you up like 4 or 5 months later and she wants to go to lunch, just lunch. What do you think that means?
She's up to something. There's some kind of a background play that's going to be going on there. She's either going to try and test the waters and see how you're doing. She might be seeing if you're doing better without her or worse without her.
Try to show you that she's changed.
Do you give her that opportunity?
I'm okay. Well, I'm a nice guy. I'm willing to give everyone a second chance, but generally, when it comes to relationships, depending on how bad the breakup is.
Well, what about just rebuilding a friendship if you guys were friends from the start?
Rebuilding a friendship is doable, but it's not easy.
Yeah, of course, nothing's easy. Life is not easy.
Okay, but now another question. So say you go whatever. Say you're dating a new girl, because I know you are, and this girl wants to go to lunch with you. Are you going to go?
If I'm dating a new girl?
Yeah.
How long have we been dating?
A couple months.
I don't think that should matter.
Yeah, I don't think it should matter either. It's
Yeah.
It's not completely serious, but it's okay. It's not completely
Okay.
serious. You're not like we're getting married, but it's something you want to see where it goes.
I'm not opposed to like meeting for lunch if it's nothing more than that. If she starts trying to put in feelers, I'm gonna say, listen, I'm sorry that you came in under the wrong pretense, but I am with somebody, and I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you on the opposite side. Okay, so here's this. Do you think you should have told her before you went to lunch that you were with someone?
I would have thought she would already know.
Well, how would she already know? Because you're a great guy.
I personally don't think that's any of her business. If she just wants to go to lunch.
That's not necessarily
Okay.
her business. I mean, more than likely it's going to be on my Facebook, and if she's already asking me to lunch, she's probably already started to stalk my Facebook page.
Okay, now true.
I guess.
He makes a good point.
Yeah.
Because we're girls. The next point. Okay, so vice versa for guys, though. Okay, so if a girl's going to go to lunch with a guy, do you think it's okay for her to go to lunch with a guy when she's already seeing someone?
As long as
See, it's different though, right? Because you know how guys
I will
think.
say as long as she doesn't have intentions of,
Why has it got to be her intentions?
okay, on both sides, there has to be an understanding that this is just lunch as friends. It can't be anything more than that. If they're seeing somebody else.
Okay, do you think that in different, because this is comparing guys and girls, because I think that it is kind of different. You think when a girl goes to lunch with a guy, she kind of has to let it know that, hey, this is not going to lead anywhere, as opposed to when a guy goes to lunch with a girl. You get what I'm saying? Like, if a girl...
No, I think it should go both ways.
Really? I feel like because guys are so presumptive about sex. They think like, hey, by the way, we went to lunch. We're going to have sex now. Yeah. I feel like girls have to kind of like be like, listen, this is what's not going to happen, but we can still go to lunch.
Right.
I don't think that it should have to be. That should never be the assumption. There should be the assumption.
Defined.
Let's just have a good time of talking. I'm here to talk to each other. If there's that sexual tension there still, then you got to figure that out, what you're
Well,
going to do about it.
One thing that either the guy or the girl, depending on who's on which end, can do is make plans for immediately after lunch. Hey, I've got to be somewhere at such and such a
Yeah,
time.
that's true.
No, that is
That's a
good.
good point.
Okay, so next question. Do you feel like if a guy and a girl go to lunch together or dinner, whatever we are talking about, if they go together, do they need to, what was I going to say? Oh, and the guy, say the girl has no feelings for this guy at all, doesn't want sex, but she knows that the guy might. How does she go about that?
I'm sorry, I got lost on that one.
You don't pay attention to me when I speak.
No,
You're just like a man.
I also stopped listening.
Oh my.
No,
She's high, so that's her
do that
excuse.
so
You don't
much.
have
I'm
that
like,
same
what
excuse.
was that?
How?
Ooh, girl hitting on girl, nice.
That's funny. You're funny sometimes when you're not on camera. No. My question to you is, say girl or guy goes to lunch with the other person, and they know that other person they're going with kind of has a thing for them, but they intend on not taking it any further than this lunch or a platonic nature. Would you think that boundaries should be set? Because they know, it's not just, I think they want to bang me. You know they kind of want to bang you.
No, I don't think you should set boundaries.
No, I mean, I don't think it should be necessarily put into place. I think it's an unsaid boundary.
Yeah.
That's,
I think you're adults and...
I don't know. I'm so super big about that. Like, I'm not going to waste your time. Like, okay, I'm not going to waste your time and go to lunch with you if you think it's going to lead to something else. Like, my friend was like, well, we could always go back to my hotel. Okay, right there. You just made me put in the thing. Okay, well, nothing like that's going to happen.
Well, the way I see it is this. If either party feels like that there's something that could happen from there, then they shouldn't go at all.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Don't put yourself in a situation that you don't think you can handle.
Yeah.
Do you miss being on my show?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, absolutely.
I can tell. You
I
even
really
called
do.
in just to listen to me, and you're looking at me right in the eyes. It's like you're in love with me. It's cute.
Yeah, too bad I'm the wrong caller.
Ouch. I don't discriminate. I just have a preference.
Yeah.
For big
we
dick.
found out how much you discriminate on Tinder.
Wow.
Oh, the Tinder's not. No, that is not fair. You're such a dick for that. That's not nice.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I just, I can't Tinder.
Did she tell you what happened with that?
I'm not sure.
Do you know what Tinder is?
Yeah, I learned about Tinder.
So apparently she thought I couldn't hear. I was outside the studio. They had just finished their show, or they were about to wrap up their show. I had stepped outside to do something, and she thought I couldn't hear because, there's not speakers everywhere in a freaking studio. And she said to go, oh, well, I saw Chris on Tinder, and I passed him up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, I hadn't been on Tinder for, ever.
Why are you such a
That's
bitch?
not the point, though.
You want me to hit her?
No, I verbally hit her constantly.
Yeah, I feel the pain. You know what? Being snubbed at the Talkie Awards, I felt that was like being passed up on Tinder for you.
I had no control over that. Let me just put that out there. Everyone at Talk What Studios was not allowed to vote.
So why didn't you hit her up on Tinder?
Because you can't.
I have yet to find her on Tinder.
I haven't been, because they do it by your last login. I haven't been on Tinder in 3 months.
I haven't been on in almost 6 months.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get that constant D anymore. Honestly, it's a hookup site. It's not. People are like, oh my gosh, I want to date.
Heard.
No, it's to get
nanny. And on a completely different subject, your boy still owes me.
Listen, do you see him here? Has he been here?
I'm just letting you know.
Call him my boy. If he was my boy, he would be here on a weekly basis instead of doing whatever with his new girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, you got called out for that, Natty.
I'm just saying, I still...
Is that yours?
I'm still owed. Would you like some water?
I brought my own.
I'm 99% parched, but I'm only allowed to have drinks with lids on them.
And that's a bottle that has a lid on it.
But I don't... That's her bottle.
Do you want
I can
some of
get
my
you
water?
a bottle.
Can I have a bottle?
No.
Anyways, we're done with you. We're going back to our list. I love you.
I love you too.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hasta la pasta. I can't do a heart with
No, this is why I don't let you talk all that much. Hasta la pasta?
That's
Come on.
cute.
Hasta la pasta. Yeah, why not? I like pasta.
See you later, you gator.
Anyways. So yeah. The next one is, sometimes they're just being manipulative. Okay, so I will say this. I was having a conversation with my little brother recently, and his ex-girlfriend got with a guy, a new guy, And the whole situation was manipulative on both their ends. I will say that. Like, that she was doing manipulative stuff, he was. And then he goes back after her, and he gets her back to the point where she leaves the other guy, and then he's like, I'm good. And I'm like, I literally was like, you manipulative little bitch.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And I was like, you know that you did that. Like, you just wanted her to want you.
Wow.
No, that's not it, Amber. I thought that she changed. And I'm like, no, you didn't. In 3 months, no one changes in 3 months. Oh, okay, that's not true. You can change in any amount of time.
Yeah.
But come on. So this whole situation, I'm like looking at I'm like, you like, and I'm thinking in my head, you manipulative. Like, I'm saying it. I'm like, why would you do that? That's someone's emotions.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've been that messed up girl that messes with people's emotions. I'm great at manipulating people, but it doesn't make she was like trying to get over you, and you reeled her back in.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, by the way, the day she left her new guy, he was like, I don't think it's gonna work. And I'm like, what is wrong? Like, that's not fair.
That's messed up.
No happiness for either of you. There you go. Okay, so and then that's what they say. They just want control. They had control over you once. They want it again.
Narcissist month.
Yeah, never let a man have full control over you unless that man has married you. I like that.
I don't believe that anything should control you, or any substance, or anyone.
No.
I believe that you should have total control over yourself, and what you do allow into your life is enhancing your life.
Yeah.
So I believe if you do choose the route of getting married, it's because he's bettering you just like you're bettering him.
I agree, but I get what they're saying, because as women, we let our emotionally, we let men control our emotions.
If anything, we control them.
Anyways, as women, I feel like we do let men override our emotions and control our emotions.
Oh, of course, definitely.
And because we are emotional creatures, as opposed to them being more logical, critical thinkers, we're more of the emotional, we act upon impulses.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this is saying. Don't let a man have that complete control over those emotions.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at that point, you're never going to, I can say with one of my exes, like, he was it for me. Like, when we broke up, I was like, I don't know if I've ever been so hurt by something like that. Like, it was crazy, because I let him have so much of me. And when you give someone so much of you, it is so hard. And I'm not saying you should not, go full in with someone, but that emotional control, I do believe, unless someone's going to marry you, because at that point they're like signifying like, hey, by the way, you feel this strongly about me that we should take it to that level.
Yeah.
And then if they divorce you, get half their shit. So then it's worth the emotional stress.
Prenup.
Yeah.
Holla.
We want prenup. Anyways, the next one is, if a man once had that sort of control over you and he reappears, he probably just wants to see if he still has it.
Yeah.
That is so, I feel like that's what my little brother did. He wanted to make sure he still had control over her.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, and I'm not, I mean, I don't judge him for what he does. I love you.
I love you too.
I know.
Oh, that's cute.
Anyways, yeah, that tastes delicious. It's like a nice sperm sandwich going down my throat.
Wow, inappropriate.
Don't spill that.
I won't. It's got a lid on it. Don't get it. Yeah. I got you. And then the last one is lost and need to get it back. Okay, that would be the only reason that someone and you should get back together.
Lost and need to get back. Yeah, help each other find their way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen this happen before, and I don't think it's bad. Like, people break up. He goes this way, she goes this way. They live their own lives, and then 3 years later, they reconnect in some way, and they're they grew. They obviously broke up it wasn't a horrible breakup. It was a mutual understanding.
Right.
This isn't working. We have different things going on, and then they end up getting back together, and it becomes this awesome thing because they realize, okay, my life. Leslie and Kevin did that.
Yeah.
And they have one of the most beautiful relationships I've ever seen in my life.
Agreed.
Touche to you.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I feel like that at those times, that's when it's okay.
Yeah.
When these these are selfish and considerate and manipulative reasons. Like, if you went back to this person, they didn't care about you. They just wanted what they wanted.
Right.
And if you don't know if you're free from the person, like the manipulation thing, if you don't know if you're free, if you don't know that you can live your life without them, if you don't know that you can be happy without them, and they come back into your life, run.
Yeah.
Just run.
Yeah. Do some soul searching.
Yeah, do some. Not even that. Just run, because they want nothing from you but to
exactly
to use those feelings again. So that's that. So we're going to get down right now to the last 10 minutes. You know, it's my favorite time of the show. This is called Tip of the Week. Actually, wait. First of all, we're going to come to some conclusions about exes.
Okay, conclusions about exes. No news is good news.
I like that. I like that.
So, you know, when an ex comes into your life, obviously there's a reason. I think when anybody comes into your life, there's a reason for that.
Well, I mean, but I feel like, okay, like my ex, Jeremy, the one I was engaged to, the one that was my best friend for years. Yeah. I literally I text, like, I'll message him. He refuses to speak to me. It's not the point. It's whatever. But just to see how he is. It's not that, and it's not manipulation. It's anything else. It's just I cared about you for that long. Exactly. I want to make sure you're doing well. Yep. Mm-hmm. He won't talk to me on any sort. So I just want to be like, you know, I see he has a girlfriend. I don't care that he has a girlfriend. Good for him. Yep. I don't want to be with him, and I've made that clear. I just want to know, like, how are you doing? Just tell me how you're doing. You know, you don't have to be a dick. Just be honest. And I feel like that. Those reasons are fine, but I'm going to be like, hey, you're in town. Oh, let's go to lunch. No, there's no reason for us to go to lunch. Maybe I'll go to lunch with him and his girlfriend. Yeah. Like, I would do that. I would even propose that. Like, oh, you guys are going to be in town? I'll go to lunch with you guys.
I'd love to meet your girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd love to meet her. Yeah. Because I know that I'm the past. Yeah. And I think that's that's the thing with, I think, exes is, if they're coming back to be in your life, you need to figure out before you jump into something, figure out why. Yeah. Test the waters, figure out why they're coming back. Yep. You know, are they coming back to just be friends? Are they coming back to manipulate you? Right. Are they coming back to see if you still want them? Or are they coming back because they realize they fucked up?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's just how I see it, you know. And I feel like when it's something in the past, like, you know, 3 or 4 years down the road, like, I would love to eventually be friends with all of my exes.
Yeah, I'm almost them.
Yeah, exactly. But I want you to know that there's not, we all know in this situation nothing can or more can occur because we outplayed our welcome as each other's, you know.
Yeah, we had that opportunity. We obviously couldn't grow together to be in the way that we are in a relationship with that person now. Exactly. But we do have that friendship. And I believe friendship is most important beyond any in your relationship.
Oh, yeah, and if you're going to have a substantial relationship, the basis of it should be friendship regardless. Exactly. So I feel like, and, you know, maybe not a year from it now, maybe not 2 years from now, but 3 to 4 years, you know, 5 when you moved on, you know, we all moved on, I run into you somewhere, let's sit down and have coffee. You know, that's not a bad thing. And you're married, let's all 3 sit down and have coffee.
I love it.
You know, we can have these funny stories about, you know, shit that happened. I don't want him, you know, he doesn't, but I feel like everyone in that situation would have to be comfortable with it, and sometimes you don't get that.
I mean, you have to realize that at this point, it's fun. We're fun people, you know, we like to have fun, we like to be happy and have a good time. I'm over the past, and you should be over the past of us too, and you shouldn't be worried or concerned about what we're doing, you know, especially if both parties have somebody in their life. Exactly. You know, and especially if you're married, if, let's say, it's a male who's married and the female single, the female has to respect that he chose that route of getting married and going in that direction. Yeah. You know, if he doesn't want to be with her, then he needs to take the proper steps to not be with her. Exactly. And you should never interfere with that. But I do believe if you're just dating, it's almost fair game. You don't want to entice anything sexually, but I believe a mental attraction is what's really important. A strong, intelligent connection.
If he's married or if he's dating someone else?
Dating somebody else.
Nah, if I don't know. I would think with people that are wifed up or anything like that, that's off limits.
Wifed up? Marriage thing? No, that's off.
No, I'm not. I'm saying dating too, because dating.
Well, why just dating?
Because dating and marriage, like if, at that point, like if you, okay, first of all, you don't think they would do the same thing to you? You have that emotional connection with someone, then leave her.
So you put dating and marriage hand in hand?
No, they're totally different monsters. Mm-hmm. Totally different monsters. But I'm saying that regardless if you're dating someone or you're married to someone, I have boundaries that I choose to follow.
You should.
And I don't, it doesn't matter if you're just dating, because if you're dating someone and you're still pursuing me, you're still with someone else.
But I'm not trying to pursue you sexually.
It doesn't, even if...
I just want to continue to build our friendship.
Oh, friendship. We're talking platonic.
Yep, platonic. Just want to continue to build the friendship. Nothing sexual. No, I'm not here to do that. That's not what I want. I just enjoy your genuine company.
I mean, who wouldn't? Anyways, so let's get into our tip of the week.
Tip of the week.
Anyways, that's our advice. I keep going backtracking. That was our advice on exes, you know. Keep your space unless you know, feel it out, know what's going to happen, and just kind of see where it goes. And, you know, sometimes it does work out. A lot of time it doesn't.
Just follow
a lot of times it doesn't.
Yeah. Learn from the past.
Because we're selfish, manipulative human beings.
Ouch.
Just saying. I didn't just call me one.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't like to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, me too. That's why I refuse to go backwards.
So.
Unless backwards is super awesome. Just once or twice, though. Anyways, okay, so tip of the week. Third time's a charm.
Tip of the week. My tip?
Yeah.
All right, so my tip of the week is don't bite too hard because not everybody likes that.
No, that is a very, very, very good tip because not everyone does like biting very, very hard.
You don't know their pain level or tolerance. They might not have the same as you. So
did this happen to you recently?
Possibly.
You bit hard?
Not a few months ago. This was a while back, and this guy he invited me, made me nice dinner. First, he was a douchebag. Okay, first it started off as him being a douchebag, and we just kept in contact, just text messaging each other. And he finally, he apologized for the way he treated me, and he wanted me to come over for dinner. He's like, I want to make you dinner. Come over. And he's like, I got some liquor. I'm like, yeah, I like to drink your liquor for free, no problem. And you want to make me dinner? Why not? And you're cocky as fuck. Maybe you have, maybe you have a big dick. Like, that's in my mind. So I go over there, just try to eat the dinner. He's shaking his head going, oh my God. I know, this sounds so horrible, but you guys are just as bad. So anyway, I bit too hard on his lip, and I got kicked out.
He kicked you out?
I got kicked out.
Wait, you guys were just making out?
Well, it doesn't matter what we were doing, but I got kicked out for biting too hard.
What?
Yeah.
You got kicked out?
Yeah, he kicked me out. He goes, get the F out, because he started bleeding, and he's like, get the F out. What's your problem? Like, we were so, well, it doesn't matter what we were doing, but anyway.
Wait, did he have
tip of the week, don't bite too hard.
Did he have a big penis?
No, that was the worst part. I was so pissed after that. I go, this is a waste of my time.
Oh, exactly. That's why you bit him in the lip. You wanted him to kick you out because he had a baby dick.
Waste.
That's not our problem. If you have a baby dick, you deserve to be bit in the lip. You see bite marks on that? There probably are. There's probably a couple. If those are my real lips.
Tip of the week.
Tip of the week.
I like my tips hard.
I mean, I like everything hard. Gosh, what these girls, they're so horrible.
He's just been shaking our head at us for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, usually though, he's just mad because we won't let him on the phone anymore. Anyways, no.
Is your tip not hard? Is that why you're mad?
No. Anyways, no. So my tip of the week is going to be...
I don't need a phone.
You should have just done that from the beginning. You were tricking no one before.
Well, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
You got to call.
You do have to call.
Yeah,
I need callers.
So,
call in. Why wouldn't you call? The show's funny.
Yeah, and then we make fun of you and stuff. It's fun.
People who are listening right now should call in 813-639-8255.
You're so good to me.
Yeah.
You're
like
so
Mike
good
Jones.
to me.
Everyone remember Mike Jones?
Who? Mike Amber Rose.
Who? Amber Rose.
No, we're not drunk or we're just idiots. We literally are just idiots.
Yeah, this is our life.
Exactly.
Our daily life.
Yeah, maybe a little crazy.
We've been like this forever. People don't believe
Mabel.
What? Chode liquor. Straight up. The best.
I mean, that's what they tell me. You don't get this name from nothing. Anyways, no,
tip of the week.
My tip of the week is sexual communication. Sexual communication, I think, is everything because you don't know what your partner's into. Like, she was just saying the biting thing, which made me think of it. Typically when we have sex with someone, the first time we have sex with them, we want to show off.
Yeah.
This is what I can do. This is how I can do this.
Course.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. And then it starts we start losing that a little bit because we're like, okay, we don't know to show off. They know what I can do. I feel like that's when the sex gets really good.
Yeah.
Because when you're showing off, it's less intimate. And you just saw what I was going to do. Anyways, we're on camera. I'll wait till later. But no, it's less intimate and you're showing off. You're not putting your whole self in it. You're not emotional with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you start communicating, you start talking me and the person I'm dating, we have these conversations we've had sex a lot. And then I'm like, oh, are you into this? And he's like, yeah, you are?
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, can you do this? And he's like, I didn't know you liked that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, can you... I'm like, so we're going back and forth, and we didn't realize that we both were into the same exact things, but we, hadn't gone there yet because we hadn't talked about it.
Exactly.
And he's like, I didn't know where your boundaries were, and I'm like, dude, I have a show called Sexually Educated. Where do you think those boundaries are at?
There are none, ladies and gentlemen.
No, there are. There are very few, but there are some.
She won't let you shit on her or piss on her.
that is true.
That's about it.
How do you know that? Those are my boundaries. That is pretty much it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Those are my boundaries.
Oh, and no. Also, my boundaries are no leaving marks on my face.
Yeah, no
This
face
is the
marks.
This is the moneymaker.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to have to look
Or
at something.
right here. Anything that I cannot, if I can't cover it up, don't leave a mark on it.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Anyways, this has been Sexually Educated for this week with your host, Amber Rose Bentley, my special guest,
E-Luxury.
E-Luxury. We're going to have a great night tonight, so you have one too. Stay safe and practice safe sex all week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.